hit the spot? Oh, you did that. It should be for the match this week. Oh. Bathroom and whatever else I can do. Hi! I'm alive.
Everything going okay?
Yeah, so guess what happened?
Oh, good.
Oh, it was actually that new system that they want to use.
Yeah.
It was over here.
Well, we good at this.
Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah.
CR record?
Ours? Yeah, we're 6-1. 6-0-1. We lost a single game all year, that was to Michigan.
Gotcha. And that was away, right?
Yes, away, April 5th.
Because we didn't have a home game for like a couple weeks and stuff.
Yes, we have not. We started the season with 3 road games, 2 home games, 2 road. Supposed to be 3 home, but now it's just 2.
Alright, Matt, we're gonna text you the start lineup in a
Oh,
second.
we've got it.
Okay, great.
Is it changed?
Where did you get it from?
We got it from the league.
Okay, there you go.
Okay.
Awesome.
There you go.
Thank you, sir.
Please. Not a problem. Gotta turn it on. At least everyone have one.
Where's the home?
Okay. there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's fixture against Savannah Clovers.
Nope.
In honor of Juneteenth, please rise for Lift Every Voice, followed by our U.S. National Anthem.
A happy Juneteenth to everybody, and welcome to Maureen Hendricks Field, the site of tonight's NISA soccer action between the visiting Savannah Clovers FC and the home team, the Maryland Bobcats. Good evening once again. I'm Max Walpove, joined alongside by James Consoli. James, these two teams are very familiar with each other, and the Bobcats are coming in winners of 5 of their last 5.
That's right, Max. This is the 4th time this season that these two teams have faced off, and like you said, 5 of the last 5 have won by the Bobcats in their last 5 games, and for the Clovers, they are 1 tie, 2 losses, and 2 wins in their last 5. Coming off the 2 wins, both these teams coming off win streaks, and this is really a big matchup today, I think, for the Clovers.
And for Maryland, it has been a long layoff since they've had a home match here, close to a full month off of games, having been on the road for much of it. Last week, they had a cancellation as well against Michigan.
That's exactly right, Max. It's been exactly 4 weeks, 28 days since the Bobcats' last matchup on Maureen Hendricks Field. So it's almost like they are more familiar with playing on the road than they are at home at this point.
And speaking of which, currently game ball is being presented. We'd like to thank Zara, the official soccer ball sponsor of NISA, being presented to our match referee, Ala Stepanov. And for Maryland today, winners of 5 of 5. Savannah, bit of a rockier start to the season, but they are winners of their last 2.
Yeah, big games for Savannah, and I think this is one of the most important for them because they haven't really beat the Bobcats yet this year. So they really need to make a statement game today, and beating them at their home field would be one of those.
And for Maryland, a win today would clinch the season series. There is just one more game left between the Bobcats and the Savannah Clovers. And that game will be in August on the 17th in Georgia. Meanwhile today, starting lineups today. First for the visitors from Savannah, coming in with a record of 4-1-6. Jack Crichton is back in net for head coach David Proctor. They've played 3 goalies to start this season, but Crichton has been the starter in the games here at Maureen Hendricks Field. Kyle Nelson, Daniel DeLeon, Lester Hayes III, Cameron Schneider will be wearing the captain's armband, and Alfredo Diaz-Santillan will make up the back line. Aaron Martinez, Corey Lundeen, Zach Hargreaves, and Alejandro Cruz at midfield, and the lone starter up front, Roddy Green.
Yeah, and Max, just because we're about to get underway, I'd like to mention and go back to the team that the Clovers beat last, and that was Georgia FC, beating them 3-1, and the Bobcats' last match versus Georgia. Bobcats nearly got a near victory, beating them 2-1, but scoring that second goal in the 90th minute, near extra time. So it's kind of weird because the Clovers have beaten teams that the Bobcats have gotten near wins over, or close, very, very close wins over, but they can't seem to get the Bobcats, not even on their home field in Savannah. So this game is really important, I think more important for the Clovers as it is.
And for the home team, the Bobcats, Jacob Boyle is back in net wearing number 0. Tongwa Aka, Travis Ward, Dominique Kosehase, and Jacob Campbell make up the backline defense. Jocelyn Pusian, Andrew Wyvell, and Tyler Gabara in midfield. Gabara is on a 2-match goal streak for 2 goals in his last 2. Elijah Amo, Darwin Espinal, and Abdou Tiam are the front 3.
Yeah, Max, and we're just about to get underway, but 2 people that are not in this starting lineup that we usually see, Luis Almeida and Davey Mason, both on the defensive side of the ball, both injuries, and hoping to get back in this lineup soon.
The ball is rolling. Let's have some fun here on this first night of action here at Maureen Hendricks Field for the month of June. We're glad to see a crowd filling out here as it's Elijah Amo at the near side, and he's taken down in a double team, as Cameron Schneider will be the one to take the ball force. In the first minute of action, slow start here as Maryland kept things going. There was a lacrosse tournament here earlier in the week, as you might be able to tell by the particular faded lines and faded spots in the grass, where the face-off X would be and where each goal was. You'll definitely be able to see that. Boyle's got it, and he'll put it on his capable left foot into his back line. Kosehase switches spots for Ward. No, my apologies, that's Aka. Ward is on the far right side, nearest to us on the camera, as Wyvell pushes it back into Aka.
Looks like Jacob Campbell's playing on that left wing flank, left wing back flank today in replacement for Davey Mason.
Here's Travis Ward, as already it's been a really tough go here, and Savannah forces a throw-in.
Looks like the Clovers are showing some early emotion. This
Yeah.
game they really want to win.
I can understand why. It's been rough go against Maryland this year. Started the season against Maryland, a 3-0 victory for the Bobcats. As an early goal kick, perhaps this will be the chance for Jacob Boyle to punt it deep into the midfield and then can start their attack.
Yeah, good win there.
Or
Good
not.
recovery by Ward.
Or not, opting to keep it in for Aka. Campbell. And they'll switch for Kosei Hase. For the latest scores, stats, standings, and news, be sure to visit nisasoccer.com as a long ball comes in into defense and Espinal unable to take it away. Campbell runs it out and will stay with Bobcats on a throw by their bench as head coach Alex Cow shouts instructions to his 6-0-1 team, second in the Eastern Division, with a goal differential of 9. A victory today would put the Bobcats on top of the Michigan Stars on goal differential. Bobcats have played the fewest number of games in the East and tied for the fewest overall with the Arizona Monsoon in the West. Tyler Gabara in for Elijah Amo. Slides it in. Abdou Tiam gets it onto his right foot again.
Very patient right now, Max.
Ward in for Amo, offside. Pass was heading back and looking for a chance at goal, but Crichton never had to face a shot.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to find Tiam in there in the box, but Amo was just nearly offsides there, and the referee AR pointed it out.
So Crichton, the goalkeeper of record the last time Maryland faced off against Savannah here at Maureen Hendricks Field. I hope he had a happy Father's Day. To wish his goalkeeper father, Paul, a happy Father's Day. Paul was in FIFA 11, had his face scanned as a goalkeeper for Sheffield United. For anybody who would like to take a look at their video game archives and see if they can find FIFA 11. As an early foul here right at the edge of the penalty area gives a chance for Savannah to get on the board first, something they have failed to do in 2 of their 3 games against the Bobcats. Hargreaves will be the one to stand over it. Native of Bury, England, just north of Manchester. Looks like setting up a 2-player wall with everybody for Savannah looking to take the pass on an indirect. Headed out, danger averted, but crisis is not over. Cruz puts it back into play. Header goes down, Boyle running after it, huge save! Rebound here, screams for a penalty, and Stepanov waves it off as Schneider gets up appealing right away. And an early break for the Bobcats, and now a foul is spotted, and Savannah's bench is all up in arms about that.
Yeah, a lot of the players there on the Clovers thought that was the easiest penalty draw they could have ever imagined, and no call there from the center ref.
Ala Stepanov, not really one to mention, not really one to be messed with. I've seen her ref many a match here at Maureen Hendricks Field as well as at Shaw Field on the campus of Georgetown University. She is a very serious referee, and Amo looks to be behind the defense. Offside flag is staying down in the right flank. Waiting for reinforcements to arrive, finds Ward. One-touch pass back to Amo, keeps it away from defense. Wyvell finds Passian, and he'll find Campbell. Espinal waiting for options to develop against Kyle Nelson. No offside flag going out. Espinal puts it in. Abdou Tiam tips it beyond, and it'll be a corner for the Bobcats. First one of the match.
Yeah, and joining Ala Stepanov at AR1-2 in the 4th referee are Ariel Robin, Trevor Haddock, and Andrew Kennedy. So Ala Stepanov has some company today.
Espinal will be the one to take it. It's his first corner of the match. 2 arms go up, swinging in toward the back post. Nobody's there.
And Max, the last match on this field just was a familiar flashback sight. A corner kick from Espinal that found Tiam's head in the 90th minute versus Georgia FC to seal the win.
Corey Lundeen on it on this off the goal kick from Crichton. Pushing to the middle, Passian taking it away. Finding Gabara for Amo, back for Pasian, and his pass goes awry. Taken away Aaron Martinez, the two number 8s dueling for it. Back for Hargreaves. Hargreaves was the captain last time Savannah came here, but Coach David Proctor changing that for this game. Cameron Schneider, the one wearing it. As we now enter about 7 minutes of action played here so far. Savannah with easily the best chance of the game. Off the header from Lester Hayes III. Deep offensive third throw in here.
Looks like it's going to be a long throw, Max. They're all backing up. They know that this one is going to be in the box.
Hayes tried to bicycle it. Well defended by Tongwa Aka. And Boyle throws it around the defender nearest to him. Travis Ward gets it on his right foot. Amo pushes back to the middle, seeking more options, and he'll keep it. Can't send Espinal free. Chunked pass. Not a great first touch from Wyvell. Turned over to the Clovers again.
Strong transition here. Looks like they got men forward, but Bobcats are pretty good in transition. Only keeping one up at the midline at Tiam.
Back for De Leon. As Savannah did not like their attack on the right side, they'll switch gears and try the left. Schneider for Hargreaves. And Savannah once again having some trouble finding their way through the Maryland Bobcats midfield. Nearly a turnover for Wyvell. Gave it right back to Hargreaves. Espinal is back in defense, can't defend that pass. High header, and Ward pushes it to safety. In for Boyle, and Aka poked it out of play. Boyle was coming out to play the ball. Results in the first corner of the match for the Clovers.
Max, it's pretty apparent that the Clovers do not like to play the ball short all the time. It's more so a lot of short, long game. And against the Bobcats, that just hasn't really been all that successful this season.
Hargreaves again puts it into a dangerous spot. And that one ricocheted off a bunch of bodies. Two Maryland players are deep inside their own goal. The ball is not, though, so we play on. Campbell up for Espinal. He's got Amo and Tiam moving with him. Espinal looking to find Tiam, sends it on his back shoulder. Tiam's got some space. Into the box, poked away. Hargreaves settling play down. And Savannah avoids a transition. Hargreaves again. Back for Schneider. James, I'm not sure if you've noticed, a lot of Savannah players are holding out their arms and moving them down, trying to see if they can play with less pace, less speed.
Interesting. Yeah, it's either that or they're saying keep the ball low. Don't
Or
play
that-
all
that-
these long balls.
That's another way of interpreting the same thing.
But, yeah, exactly. And I think you might be right in this case, and they're trying to say slow it down, let's play at our own pace. If we play at the Bobcats' pace, we know what's going to happen. We're going to rewrite history.
Keeping his balance. Back for Kosei Hase. Kosei Hase's long pass for Campbell eventually gets to its intended target. Campbell puts it in. Elijah Amo, he's got speed. He's got one-on-one with the keeper. He shoots and scores!
What a ball there. And we saw Roddy Green Jr. for the Clovers try and press up, try and steal that ball, and he actually redirected the pass from the Bobcats player. Got Gabara on a good foot, sends Amo in behind, a beautiful ball, and Amo just does what he does, and he puts it away. Beautiful finish there.
Elijah Amo, another incredible finish. His third goal of the season.
That puts the Bobcats on the score sheet first in this game.
And hey, how about the ball from Gabara? Yet another goal created. He's on a great run of offensive play from the midfield.
An absolute tear as of recently, and I wouldn't be surprised if he got some Player of the Month accolades, not necessarily Player of the Month, but in his respective position, I could see him getting some notoriety. As the ball is back in the circle, and we have another draw with the Clovers having possession here, and none other than number 24, Hargraves, bringing the ball up. Clovers trying to get something going there, and that ball will run out of bounds and give Jacob Boyle another free kick.
And this has been tough sledding again for Savannah through the early going of this match as Tangwa Aka moves up through his penalty area. Back for Kosei Hase. An early 1-0 lead in the last game for these two squads. Darwin Espinal scored in the 14th minute as Travis Ward's attempted clearance is blocked away. So here, Maryland actually gets off earlier than the last game against Savannah. And you wonder how much that non-penalty call by Ala Stepanov early on in the match will affect the outcome of tonight's game.
Absolutely, Max, and I'm not going to say what I think about that no call, but what I will say is something like that can make or break a team's performance and first half. So we really need to see the Clovers bounce back.
Cameron Schneider keeping a long ball, looking for Lester Hayes. Shot all the way across the face of goal, and once again, Savannah's thinking that it was tipped. The referees say otherwise, and Boyle will run behind the flagpole to grab it. You may be noticing that the Maryland flag is at half staff. That Maryland flag is down due to Agent Davis Martinez, who was stabbed while conducting a home visit late last month. Governor Westmore ordered the flags to be flown down at half for the time being. Our condolences to Agent Martinez and his family. Early on here, Gabara shoots and scores! Make it 3 in a row for Tyler Gabara.
He almost earned that one, really assisting the last one for Mo, getting in the clear and finding his way in the back of the net. How about that? An early 2-0 lead for the Bobcats, and we're not even 15 minutes into this match.
What a great run of play Tyler Gabara has been on. An incredible offseason acquisition. Broadneck High School graduate. Spent last year with Albion San Diego. And here, coming back more closer to home to play for the Bobcats, he's been really firing on all cylinders the last month.
Absolutely, and I think what you mentioned earlier, Max, is this is his 3rd goal in the last 3 matches, including today.
So Savannah, they are in deep trouble right now.
This is one of those where you really have to dig deep and kind of build something up out of nothing. When you have this early deficit, it really can demotivate you and make you feel like this game is already in wraps. But that's where the Clovers have to really bring it out from themselves. And
Savannah restarts the roll. An assist from Espinal off the pass, so yet another goal created for Maryland's Golden Boot candidate. 5 goals on the season for Espinal. That's, from my count at least, is his first assist. As Savannah once again trying to break through this staunch Maryland midfield. Schneider finding Lundeen. Lundeen playing it long, looking for Lester Hayes. Hayes defended by Kosei Hase. They'll keep it to the touchline. Lundeen. And Lundeen able to get around one player, not around 2. Elijah Amo all the way to the other side, out of the reach of Espinal. Cruz. Hargreaves sends it over the bar. Bouncing toward the assembled ambulance, and Jacob Boyle will have a goal kick. A bit more on Gabara. He spent 2015-19 at the ACC's NC State, playing 60 games for the Wolfpack. Mostly as a substitute, but it is college soccer, so there were free substitutions, so it's not exactly the same as being a substitute player in the professional ranks. Diaz Santillan, and his cross goes nowhere. Fans can cheer on their favorite NISA club all season long by visiting Passage, the official ticketing partner of NISA. Find tickets to NISA matches at tickets.nisasoccer.com. And nearly a disastrous own goal by Kyle Nelson. Goodness gracious, you saw that, right, James?
they're just all over the place right now, and that's, as a defender, that is the one spot you do not want to clear the ball.
Wow, that was That was almost a SportsCenter not top 10 candidate, how disastrous that was.
And Max, I got mixed up because I thought they were scoring on that goal for a second with that kind of shot. I really did.
I thought it looked like a Bobcats shot until I realized, man, nobody's there. Short corner kick played here for Maryland. Keeping it in for Ward. Finds Espinal. Looking for a shot off his capable left foot. Back post chance. Off the crossbar. Wyvell running for it. And Nelson able to clear it to the midfield circle.
That was an obscurely lofted shot. I didn't think that shot had any chance. I didn't even know if that was a shot by Espinal, Max.
Boyle. Yeah, he might have been looking to pass it. I thought he was at first, but my depth perception was a bit wrong on that.
With how nonchalant that shot looked, I thought it was a cross.
Espinal finding his way to the left side. Looking for Campbell. Pass a little bit underdone, but it results in a foul. And this might be a trip to the book. It appears Ala Stepanov has shown yellow to a player for Savannah off the hard tackle on Jacob Campbell. Indeed it is, as she's standing over with the pen in hand. So now another chance for a free kick for Maryland. This is their first free kick from play, as we're now approaching the 18-minute mark of the action, and already up 2-0.
Looks like we have Espinal on the ball. Really no surprise here. It's a bit too far, though, to take this one and put it on frame, so I'm thinking he's going to loft this near the back post.
Two arms go up. Floating in, looking for Aka, and couldn't find him. Lundeen able to clear it away. Pasian. Sliding left foot pass, looked for Espinal, couldn't find him.
That one was a bit of a force, Max.
Yeah, he was really well defended by two Clovers on that play. Now a chance to transition onto offense. A nice sliding tackle by Aka, pushes the ball out. Savannah has a chance to reset, though.
It almost feels like this is the Clovers' chance or opportunity that they need to put away, because you can't allow two early goals within the first 15 minutes and not respond in the first half.
Nelson taken down outside the penalty area, but no foul given, so it'll stay for a goal kick for Boyle. Boyle has started all 8 matches now for the Bobcats. The Broadneck High School graduate from Annapolis keeps it short for Kosehase.
So is that two Broadneck High School graduates in Gabara and Boyle?
Yes, definitely, they are.
We've got to check out and see what the years are between those two.
Well, given that Jacob Boyle started college in 2012 and Gabara started college in 2015, I think they overlap for just 1 year. Speaking of Gabara, there he is with the ball. Pass back for Amo. Into the penalty area, the Bobcats go. Getting it onto his left foot, and he swung it just wide.
Yeah, and that's one of those where there's so many guys in the box. Amo was kind of being a little selfish on that shot, and you can't blame him. When you see the net like that, you really want to put another one away, but you got numbers. You might as well give somebody else a shot and see if they have a better look on goal than you.
Amo did have the first goal of the match in the 11th minute. Now as we approach the 21st. Schneider. Savannah having an awfully tough time marching through in this Bobcats midfield. Trying the long ball. Boyle is out to challenge. Boyle is out with his hands to grab it.
Second goal of the day, scored by number 30, Tyler Gabara.
Espinal spinning free as the PA announcer sends this crowd into another frenzy. 20 minutes gone by and 2 goals so far for Maryland. Campbell back for Aka. Astian sending it long. Flag stays down for Amo. Chests it down to himself. Taken away by Alfredo Diaz Santillan, the Furman College graduate. Played for one of the more unique college mascot names, the Paladins. Lundeen chipping it long. Lundin now making a run into the box, and pass couldn't come his way. Hargreaves. Diaz Santillan. Travis Ward can't keep the ball in front of him. Pass goes well long, and Campbell will clear it. That's just on the other side of the corner flag for a throw-in.
Yeah, good thing we have ball boys, Max, because that ball is gone and
Yeah,
lost
that
to me. I see it rolling still, but shout out to the ball boys and the crew we have
Thank
on
goodness,
the pitch today.
thank goodness for our volunteers on this one. We're very happy. We're very lucky to have them.
We might have to start paying these dudes. If these balls start getting sent out outside the stadium, you never know.
The long throw comes in. Passian sends it out. Hargreaves keeping it up in the air as Savannah resets through the middle. I'd like to thank our sponsors for this season, the Bobcats Youth Academy, Brandon Financials, ROSM, and Saints Row Brewing. Thank you for being part of the Bobcats season and making us possible. Savannah puts it into the penalty area. Passian misplays it. Falls for Green. Green gets around Ward. Green gets around Kosei Hase. Cannot get it through Boyle. Comes out and challenges, and Green went down hard. So Ala Stepanov, our center referee, will stop play to check on him.
I think Green was expecting another foul call there. It was a no call, and he's kind of had a rough day so far. And his last match at home, at least at Marine Hendricks Field here in Boyd's, was not all that eventful for himself.
Savannah substitutes are all off the bench and heading out. Sonny Quintanilla, Alex Einskoff, Jedediah McLeod, Alex Woods, and Max Wilkins, the ones available for head coach David Proctor to substitute on. The next game for these two squads won't come until August 17th at Memorial Stadium in Savannah, Georgia, as Green slips over the ball and Ward slips on the field trying to get after it. Pass for Hayes goes awry. Stepanov is trying to get out of the way and cannot do so. Espinal wins control of the ball. Darwin pushing forward. Darwin cannot get the ball through Schneider. He knows he's capable of doing that, but not always able to do so.
Yeah, I think he was trying to be a little too simple there on that attacking move. Tried to just push it back behind Schneider instead of trying more of an attacking move there, and obviously wasn't all that successful for him.
De Leon, and as the shadows start to take over half of the field with the setting sun here in Boyd's, Maryland. Green cannot get around Amo, but a foul is given here as Amo kicks the ball away, and this might just be a talking to with Elijah, as definitely not something you're supposed to be able to do is kick the ball away after a free kick has been awarded on a foul. It looks like Savannah's going to set up a long-distance set play here.
You know, Max, that'd be interesting if they implemented a 5-yard back rule or 5-yard forward rule similar to football. If you kick the ball away, we give you another 5 yards on the free kick.
Passian heads it out. I like that idea of giving an actual physical demarcation of, hey, you kicked the ball away, we're going to move it closer now. I like that idea. And Hargreaves' miscommunication with the passer on that play as Maryland now gets their chance for a throw-in. Deep in their defensive end, they'll send it back for Kosei Hase. Maryland can't break through the midfield with Espinal. 5 goals on the season for Darwin. His first assist of the year is tonight. All the way on the other side. And this one's poked out for another throw for the Bobcats as the ROSM, it looks like a Bobcat, maybe a tiger, is wandering around the side. Goodness gracious, it's a hot day to be in that mascot costume.
Yeah, that's called Bobcat pride right there.
Oh yeah, very much. Boyle out to challenge, takes it away. Lester Hayes couldn't get there in time.
Might have to try and get a post-game interview with him next time because this is interesting to see how his game day is going to be at 95 degrees out here.
And now that the play is on this side of the eye. Uh-oh. Not a great pass from Kosei Hase. Gives away a corner to Savannah. Pass across the face of goal. Wanted Tangwa Aka. Boyle didn't go out to touch it. So here's a chance for Hargreaves and the Clovers to get something on the board here. Looking for their first goal in Maryland this season.
Bobcats have got to slow down, it seems, Max, so this might be a chance to score.
Header up. Passian trying to get it away. Get some help from Wyvell. Nelson spins and fires and can't get it through. Aka makes the clear for Espinal. Espinal cannot get around his defender. No appeal for a foul from him as he comes up. A 2-0 lead for Maryland. If you missed the opening 15 minutes, you missed both goals. Elijah Amo and Tyler Gabara score. Gabara continuing his now 3-match goal-scoring streak. Flag is staying down as Espinal makes the run for the ball. Kyle Nelson boxing him out and grabbing onto him. No foul given as Espinal keeps control. Passian. Heavy touch. Looking for Wyvell. Finding Travis Ward. Ward, slide pass for Amo. Elijah waiting for something to develop, goes back to his receiver. Amo again. Gabara. Elijah once more.
And this is really where you just start to swing the ball in their half and see what kind of pressure they apply. But if you can maintain possession, that's really all you need to do if you're the Bobcats at this point.
Aka connects with Campbell. As Maryland has to retreat here, find their next point of attack. Bobcats would like to thank our presenting sponsors, Rehab to Perform, Hummel, and Helping Hands. Thank you for making the 2024 Bobcats season possible. Here's Gabara with a goal already today. Moving into the penalty area. Getting to the goal line, pokes it through. Kyle Nelson will concede the throw-in.
Finds nobody in there as Gabara. I mean, a beautiful cross there and just across the face of the goal. And not even Crichton thought that ball was getting through. And unfortunately, nobody from the Bobcats there on the back post.
Hotel Planner is NISA's official hotel reservation partner. Fans can get discounted hotel rates to attend NISA matches, tournaments, or personal travel. Visit nisa.hotelplanner.com to book your next trip today. Travis Ward, goal line, and just out by Cameron Schneider. He wanted Abdou Thiam in the box. It'll be another corner. The third of the match so far for Maryland. Half hour gone here from Maureen Hendricks Field, as Gabara looks to be the one to be taking the corner kick. Looks like 8 in the box for Maryland. Arms go up. Ball's going way to the back post. And Wyvell is called for over the back. Apologies, that was Jacob Campbell, 20, not 22, as Crichton stands over it. Crichton waiting for his guys to get open. Kosei Hase for Ward. Kosei Hase again, back for Elijah Amo. Looking to connect with Abdou Thiam, and Schneider not able to keep that one in. Results in another throw. Wyvell is dragged down, no foul coming as the ball rolls in harmlessly toward Crichton. finds Hayes. Gets away from Wyvell. Couldn't get around him. Wyvell again, and Lester Hayes trying to use his big frame to take the ball away. Wyvell keeps his balance. Tiam cutting in, looking for a spot somewhere in the penalty area. He's got 3 bodies moving with him. Pokes it off the defender and will result in the 4th corner of the match for the Bobcats.
Usually it's usually it's Espinal on the right foot corner. I wonder if Tiam's going to play this one short with Espinal.
He might. Espinal is lined up at the corner of the box. The marker on him is Corey Lundeen. 2 arms go up. He'll play it into the 6-yard. Wanted Elijah Amo, who was pushed into the ball into his side. Bobcats asking for a foul. I almost said screaming, but that didn't seem correct. Not the way Savannah screamed for one earlier in the match, that's for sure. Espinal spins onto his right foot for Possian. Campbell, Espinal. Looked a bit surprised that he was the one that got that ball, as he now gets into his position away from play. Espinal far away from the goal, still looking to create through Wyvell. Defenders fly right by him. Long pass over the reach of Amo. Crichton lets it roll out for a goal kick. Savannah did not bring a backup goalkeeper for today's contest, so Crichton will be going the whole way, barring catastrophe or a major disaster. Diaz Santillan. Wanted Martinez. Eventually gets it to Hayes. Chested pass for Lundeen. Nelson streaking down the wing. Ball does not go to him. Martinez. Lundeen into the penalty area for Hayes. Kosei Hase pokes it off of Hayes. And that's a goal kick. Well defended, Kosei Hase.
I think that's his best play of the day so far. It seemed like something was brewing for the Clovers there, getting real close to the 6-yard box, and Kosei Hase broke it up right in the nick of time and got the ball back.
And especially for Kosei Hase, last play in the penalty area, he sent a ball across the face of goal, resulting in a corner. So definitely a redemption moment there. Ball finds finds its way to you again. Makes a much better decision for the team. Boyle harassed into making a quick decision by Lester Hayes III. Kosei Hase, a heavy first touch, as dragged down on the play by Roddy Green again, as he'll get a talking to from Ala Stepanov. Tiam, pass gets deflected. Rolls for Campbell. Campbell streaking up the wing. Pulls back into an onside position. Tiam couldn't turn a pass for Espinal. Espinal had room on that side.
Yeah, and it seems to me like Tiam and Espinal are still trying to develop some chemistry there up top in that final third. And while they've been successful at times, the consistency hasn't always been there, Max.
35 minutes gone by, 10 minutes to go in the half, plus stoppage time. Back for Crichton. Schneider. Too deep for any of his teammates, as 2 Bobcats will escort it to Boyle, who will take it back into a 6-yard box and pick it up before Aaron Martinez can have a sniff at it. Espinal once more. Finds Aka. Ball rolls for Kosei Hase. Ball goes almost out of play. Never mind. Trevor Haddock rules that it did go out, so Savannah gets the ball off the throw. Hargreaves chipping it in, looking for Roddy Green. Green with the last touch on it. Swing and a miss from Kosei Hase. Ball bounces harmlessly for Travis Ward. Martinez for Hayes. for Green. Green chips it all the way through and well off of goal. Roddy Green, the Nisa veteran, spent 3 seasons with Detroit City FC and enjoyed a spell at Chattanooga FC in 2022. 3 seasons at Saginaw Valley State University before transferring to Spring Arbor University, where he finished with 8 goals in 17 games in his senior season of eligibility in 2019. Green, though, has had some trouble here this season adjusting to the Savannah Clovers lineup. Just 1 goal in Nisa action that we could find. And ball rolls out for another Savannah throw. Looking for Hayes. Kosei Hase bodied him to the ground. Yet another free kick for Savannah in the offensive third. And Savannah's upset because they wanted advantage to be played. Allowed the ball to potentially roll out of bounds and let it be a corner instead of being a little bit closer. Wyvell's doing exactly what you're taught to do. Stand over the ball until the referee tells you to get back. 2-person wall. Offensive options abound outside the 6. Hargreaves on his right foot sends it in. Boyle punches it down, bounces out to the edge of the penalty area. Lundina bicycle sends it back in. Elijah Amo had the last touch on it. Maybe? No, it'll be a goal kick. I think the reaction of Zach Hargreaves says everything you need to see about the frustration of Savannah today. Puts head in his hands, spins around, cannot believe it.
Yeah, Max, I'm not going to say what I thought about that play or what the result should have been, but it's pretty obvious that the Clovers are frustrated, and I can understand why.
Again, just looking at the play live, I thought Amo got the last touch on it. So I'm a bit surprised with the call of a goal kick. 2 players go hard to ground. Campbell does as well. This results in an odd person situation here. Into the box. Ward heads it away to Hargreaves. Hargreaves lines and fires. Gabara with the block. Hargreaves is again hounding Ala Stepanov, thinking it's a handball in the box. The ball rolled harmlessly to Boyle for a short bouncing save. By the unofficial tally of the scoreboard, that's now 6 shots for Savannah today. None of them have gone through.
No, I don't think a single one has really been directly on target, Max. There were a few deflected ones that kind of bounced in the hands and eventually got to Boyle, but none that really have cracked the shell.
Aka moving forward into the midfield circle. Passes a bit short for Gabara. Falls for Diaz Santillan. Green. And who was that last off of? Savannah. Bounced off Gabara, Ward, and then Green before going out of play. Keep it down the touchline. Amo. He's surrounded by Clovers, keeping the ball in play and taken to ground by Cameron Schneider. Second free kick of the match for Maryland.
And at this point, we're really just 5 minutes out till the first half is completed. That's disregarding possible extra time minutes, but I can't imagine there's going to be more than maybe 2 max.
Ward will take it. And he'll keep it short for Passian. They're actually going to play it back. Apparently Maryland didn't like something about the position of that free kick, so they're opting to keep it backward for Boyle and try again from the left. Tiam rises for the header. Can't win it from Kyle Nelson. Espinal. Unable to connect. Schneider. Back for De Leon.
They've really got to find the midfielders here. It's like they're wide open, but the guys just have to have their heads picked up. in that defensive third, and they've been very unsuccessful in the midfield today.
Roddy Green Jr. again, attempting to find anything of offensive value to push forward, but has to go back to Hargreaves, who will try again from the right for Kyle Nelson. Aka pokes it away with his left foot. Wyvell's got it. Looking to get around Martinez. Gets some help from Campbell. Arms extended on a bit of a push. Stepanov allows the players to keep going. Wyvell off of Nelson and into touch. Throw for the Bobcats. That's a foul. Yeah, I'm sorry, Lester Hayes. You can't do that to Jacob Campbell. Wow.
Now, I don't know if rear takedowns are a foul. I don't know if that's actually in the rule book.
I don't think they need to say that it is. I think that's one of those things they're not exactly expecting you to believe is going to be done to you during the course of a game.
Yeah, that's a prime example of really why there are referees on the field. Because if not, it would kind of just be an all-out brawl.
Wyvell streaking down the wing. Wyvell and off of Nelson. Looks like another corner for the Bobcats. It is. That is number 5 on the half.
Yeah, and they've had mostly right-footed corner kicks today from the right side. I don't know if that really implicates anything, but it's mostly Darwin Espinal on the right-footed
Interesting
corners.
move here for Savannah. Espinal taking it. 3 Savannah Clovers came up to defend the short corner to Wyvell. And now 1 drops back, 2 drops back, as Espinal is calling for something into the box. Comes in. Crichton makes a save.
It's a great corner, but there's not really all that much aggression in the box from the Bobcats.
Yeah, Bobcats were more stacked against the posts, not in the middle. Ball ended up going toward the middle, and it's an easy jumping save for Crichton.
That's usually where you want your tallest guy so he can kind of compete with the goalkeeper and stand in front of him, but it didn't look like they were doing a whole lot of shadowing there.
And if I'm not mistaken, I think at 6'3", Kosei Hase is the tallest player on the field for the Bobcats, and he was back on defense, if I recall right.
Yeah, Max, to be honest, I feel like it would be a good position for somebody like Luis Almeida to stand in front of the goalie on corner kicks and kind of hide his sight. But they are without Almeida today, as he has picked up a slight injury and a bruise 10 days ago, according to head coach Alex Cow.
Ball bounces up and over the ROSM mascot, and he ducks and covers.
So while Almeida is out, he is okay, as head coach said, and Almeida will be probably back within the next couple days. I think you can expect him to be back Saturday.
Tiam running through, gets around Schneider. Tiam back to his left foot, poked off of a defender on the block. For Ward. Ward is shoved, keeps his balance and the ball. I believe a handball is called here on Savannah. No, I think they're going to call the shove just a bit late. There has been 1 minute added of stoppage time as we enter the final minute of the half. For Boyle, 2-0 lead to defend. His kick just gets beyond Lester Hayes. Lundin, miscommunication pass falls for Espinal. Wyvell, spinning forward. Do the Bobcats have one more in them before the half? Amo plays it right, looking for Espinal again. And Espinal is dragged to the ground. Yeah, you're not allowed to do that, dude.
Yeah, I don't know what De Leon was thinking about how that wasn't a foul. And even if it wasn't, the advantage probably would have helped them just as much. But this is a good set piece, I think, which will cap off the first half, Max.
During halftime of today's game, you've heard me mention the ROSM mascot. Maryland Bobcats is going to open a poll on X for fans to name the mascot. So if you want to have your say of what the name of the ROSM mascot is, head to X and look for Maryland Bobcats FC. Give us your best name suggestions.
What I'm confused about, I think it's a Bobcat, right? It should be a Bobcat. But will his name start with a B for like Bobcats as it usually does, or R
For
ROSM? Right.
All the options.
I'm
going to
go with B, and I'm going to try Barry, but they haven't given us multiple choice options yet, so I'm going to wait till the half is over.
Free kick up and over the goal from Gabara. And that's the first half. Goals from Elijah Amo and Tyler Gabara have the Bobcats in front as Savannah is already heading straight for the referees to ask about their decision making in this half. A frustrating first half for the visitors. Wow. I am not used to seeing a full visiting team come straight for the referees after just a half of play, but man, Cameron Schneider's getting an earful from Ala Stepanov.
Yeah, and it seems like for the first half, they're already showing their frustrations. They really need to focus on what they can do better and focus less on the officiating.
We'll be back for the second half of action. Don't go far. You're listening to Maryland Bobcats Soccer on NISA Plus. Welcome back for the second half of action. Teams are out of the locker rooms and getting set to return. The results of our poll are so far coming in. The name of the mascot, the leading neighbor is Boyd, followed by Scratch and Billy, with Baxter way behind with no votes so far.
Yeah, well, I recommended Boyd and Baxter, and I'm not going to say they were obviously clear-cut winners, but Boyd is obviously taking the lead as in Boyd's Maryland, where we are currently, and where is Marine Hendricks Field located. But just some first-half recaps. Tyler Gabara's third goal in the last 3 games. Second scoreless first half for Savannah at Marine Hendricks Field, and some clear complications with the officiating crew in terms of the way that Savannah is seeing the game. And they are pretty frustrated, but let's see if in the locker room they settle their frustrations and are out here ready to begin this second half and kind of turn the tide.
Ball is rolling. Let's have some more fun on this Juneteenth. We thank you for making us part of your Freedom Day celebrations here on June 19th. As remember, Zara, the official soccer ball sponsor of NISA, is off and rolling. All the way back for Boyle in the early going as he gets it just beyond the foot of Martinez, looking for Espinal. Espinal created a big chance in his assist of Gabara's goal early on in that first half. Hargreaves keeping it for Cruz. Cruz is surrounded, and Espinal wins the ball unfairly as he challenges the decision of our center referee, Ala Stepanov. No major protest, though.
Yeah, pretty clear foul there on Espinal. I think he tried to give up an argument and realized that he had no evidence or reasoning behind that claim.
Sometimes your best evidence in a soccer argument is, but I disagree. And that's not really a great argument.
No, and the officiating crew uses their eyes as evidence, so.
Hayes in the penalty area. Back out for Diaz Santinilla. Through the legs with some help from Pasian. And Elijah Amo takes a spill to the ground, but referee is going to allow the teams to keep playing. Gabara looking for Abdou Tiam. Back for Gabara. One touch. Looking for Wyvel. Wyvel will spin back as Maryland getting back set as they reclaim their offensive third. Shadows now engulf the entirety of the field. Stadium lights taking full effect from a beautiful day in Boyd's, Maryland. Definitely a hot one throughout the entirety of today. Teams were a little bit faster to sweat in the early goings of warm-ups with the heat dome taking effect throughout most of Maryland. We do hope everyone's staying safe and staying hydrated wherever you happen to be joining us from. Kyle Nelson. Back to Nelson, and Gabara gave chase and forced it back for Daniel De Leon.
De Leon had, I would like to say, the most touches in this last bout at Marine Hendricks Field with the Bobcats, and it's pretty standard and typical for a center back to have that, but De Leon had an crazy amount of touches on the ball.
Nelson back for Hargreaves. Early goings of this match, Savannah the only ones that have threatened the opposite goal just yet. Ward pushes the header out.
And Max, I don't want to jinx this Bobcats team, but what
Okay,
I
so
will
don't.
say is they've done remarkably well so far in the game without Luis Almeida and Davey Mason holding down the fort in the defensive side of the ball.
It's so interesting. So I don't want to do something, but it's always followed by I'm about to do something. And that's the same thing you just mentioned.
Definitely shouldn't have led with that.
That's all right. Abdou Tiam here with a pass. Abdou Tiam's got the flag down, gets to his left foot, and crosses it in. It's another goal. 3-0 Maryland.
And if you remember correctly, Max, Abdou Tiam was the person who put the game away for the Bobcats last time at Marine Hendricks Field here in Boyd's, Maryland, to give the Bobcats a 2-1 lead in the 90th minute over Georgia FC. As it's clear that the Bobcats mascot, who has been unnamed as of yet,
Not yet.
is getting lit on the green.
Whoever is in that mascot costume, I applaud you. You're doing a great job.
Yeah, I hope he at some point gets this broadcast and understands that he is the star right now as the Bobcats take a 3-0 lead as we just got the second half kicked off.
Lundeen rolls it again to Hargreaves, and Savannah's hole just got one goal deeper as Abdou Tiam has once again taken over the goal sheet. Nelson. As Gabara with his third activity in the game. Another goal kick here for Boyle. Gabara's assist marks his second of the game, along with the goal. So Gabara's been involved in all sorts of aspects of offense the last 3 games. Boyle sends a bouncing feed for Nelson. For Savannah, road does not get much easier. They play another game this Saturday against Michigan Stars. But as for that, it's been a really busy June for Savannah, so maybe they're just getting to the end of a very long stretch here. They had a game on June 1st, 5th, 12th, 15th, 19th tonight, and 22nd. So here's Tiam, and he's offside though, so he can't get his second goal of the game. Ball rolls into the net harmlessly. Fans, be sure to check out NISA's new streaming platform, NISA Plus, your home for the latest content, highlights, and live matches. It's all here, all the action, all in one place, only on NISA Plus. 50 minutes gone by here in this game. Lester Hayes, the target of this pass. Chipped, and Aka gets it away. Shoulder grab by Lester Hayes is called a bit late, so they'll send the ball back for Maryland. Curious to see what coach makes the move first to bring on a substitute. As Savannah, they did bring 2 forward substitutes today. Alex Woods and Max Wilkins are the ones listed on the roster. Back to Nelson. Looking for Crichton.
Bobcats' third goal of the game, scored by number 99, Abdou Young.
Foul in the midfield. Jocelyn Poussian. Another free kick for Savannah. This one's a yellow card for the captain.
Pretty short conversation there, Max.
Yeah, I think Poussian understands that he had to take away the advantage, but brought the guy to ground. Took away a clear chance to at least start the offensive attack. Lundeen rolls it softly. Savannah gets into the attacking third, but the ball rolls over the advertising boards. Long throw is poked up. Martinez heads it in. Boyle comes out to challenge and takes the chance away. As I believe a foul is, and a yellow card is going to be shown on Corey Lundeen for interfering with Jacob Boyle diving for the ball.
Interesting call there. It's kind of like these are pretty late, but I'm going to give her the benefit of the doubt because it's really important to protect the goalkeeper, and there's a lot of skirmishes that happen after the play.
Yeah, Ala Stepanov not wanting to have this game get out of control here. Score is already at 3-0 for Maryland, and the last thing we need is a brawl toward the end of the game as teams start to take liberties with each other. These teams aren't going to face each other again until August 17th, so there's a lot of time to have those wounds fester over the course of a season.
And that August 17 game, Max, is arguably probably going to be just as hot as this one was today.
It might be, especially in Savannah, Georgia. Whew. Crichton chips this one deep. Looking for Hayes again. And it looks like a head knock against Campbell as Hayes is the one called for the foul. Aka will restart play. Elijah Amo. Back for Kosei Hase. Boyle will line up for a long kick in. Wanting Campbell. Campbell running down the wing, and he unfortunately cannot get there in time. All 3 forwards today for Maryland, a goal for Amo, an assist for Espinal, and a goal for Tiam, have been factors in today's game. Espinal, his second assist of the season. I neglected to mention the corner kick that he had in the game winner against Georgia FC earlier back in May.
Yeah, that was last time at home too as well, Max.
Well, you were the one there for that game. I was not there. I had a work obligation I couldn't get out of. Espinal gets around Nelson. Espinal gets into the box, cuts it across, and a well-defended play for Cameron Schneider.
Almost another beautiful assist from Espinal, his second of the day it would have been.
Hargreaves back to Nelson. As Savannah once more trying to push through this Bobcats midfield, and they've had a hard time in today's game. Chipping three, looking for Hayes the third again. Lundin chests it up to himself and spun around like a top. He could not get control of it. Espinal finds Gabara. Gabara a factor on each of the 3 goals for Maryland today. Assist, goal, assist is how his stat line reads in time. Ward, Espinal, 2 men with the blue cleats. Tiam, back to Wyvell. Gabara chasing it down, can't get around Lundin.
The speed there from Gabara. Way to get back for him. And he's still defending on the ball on the right flank.
Lundin is the one with it for Savannah. Can't get it around Gabara. As once again, Tyler Gabara has been all over the field today for Alex Cow. This is exactly the type of performance you want to see from your midfield. Espinal back for Campbell. Campbell leapt into Hayes. Hayes takes the ball, no foul. Into the penalty area. Hayes on the ball, back out for Nelson. Too weak of a pass, intercepted. Stays with Nelson though. Wyvell couldn't get it out. Pass goes awry, and Maryland will take the throw-in.
Looks like some subs are coming to the table right now, Max. 3 for the Clovers, and it'd be interesting to see if the Bobcats opt to send new guys in the rotation. Subs have not been granted the ability to come on the field yet.
Wilfred Tinay is going to come on for Darwin Espinal, so his night is over as they bring on a midfielder. And Sean Sharma will come in for Tongwa Aka. They make a defensive sub for both players. And Elijah Amo deep in and didn't play that first touch perfect.
Yeah, looks
one
like he
more
forgot something there, Max.
Julian Hodek will also come into the midfield for Jocelyn Pusayan. So
he had speed, eyes on goal, everything except for the ball on that one.
So a trio of subs for Maryland. Sharma, Hodek, and Tine all in. Aka, Pusian, and Espinal all out. As here comes the subs for Savannah. Maryland Bobcats FC will return to the Plex this Saturday, June 22nd at 7 p.m. to take on Georgia FC. James Consoli will take you all the way through that game. You don't want to miss this one. Fans can purchase tickets now at tickets.nisasoccer.com. If the game's anything like last one, it will be a fun one all the way to the end. Espinal sends it in, just misses.
And you got to think at this point they're going to send the subs on, and that'll wrap up Espinal's ticks for today.
Yep. And here come those changes now. Espinal's final action on the field, and they're going to start play before the subs can come on.
I think they're going to wait till a Bobcats throw or goal kick, just so they don't appear to be wasting time or taking time away from the Clovers.
Chance here for Max Wilkins, who just came on for Savannah, as he's taken down on the play. Number 32 for Savannah, a midseason signing. He spent 4 years at Georgia State. Very familiar with the Peach State, where he redshirted 2018 and then appeared sparingly 2019, then played most of his balance of matches over 2020 and 2021. finished off his college eligibility at University of South Florida in the American Conference. His final game was the American Conference first round against University of Memphis, where he scored the last goal of the season for the team in a loss. So Hayes, the one brought out for Wilkins, as the numbers finally come in on our Maryland Bobcats group chat that we've got going. Roddy Green is out in favor of Jedediah McLeod. And Alex Einskoff is in favor of Alejandro Cruz. Foul in the center circle, as Hodek and Sharma team up to take a player down. Sharma played multiple times against the Bobcats last season as part of Club de Leon. Returning here to Maryland as an off-season signing. Sharma from Richmond, Virginia, capital of Virginia. Hargreaves moves it in for Nelson. Nelson getting around Tine. Pass goes away from Martinez. Bobcats have the throw-in.
The defense possesses the ball really well for the Clovers, but they can't seem to penetrate in the middle third or the final.
Yeah, sometimes that can be the problem. You have a really solid back line, but if you can't make it through to the midfield or your forwards, it's awfully hard to score goals from back there.
Yeah, you don't say.
You're right, I don't say. Daniel De Leon. Hargreaves. Skip a man for Martinez.
Almost seems like this is the point in the game where they need to at least score one goal. Or these last 30 minutes are going to be pretty hard.
Could not connect with McLeod on that entrance pass. Looking for Wilkins. Lundeen pushes it forward. Martinez can't get there ahead of Boyle, who wins the race for the ball and will slow the pace down in the 62nd minute.
Sure, Max, he hasn't had a lot of action today, but I think we need to give Jacob Boyle the credit he deserves in his performance so far. He's been pretty on it today in terms of saving deflected shots and anything that's really near the cage, as well as coming out and recognizing corner kicks and balls that are played too far forward.
We got two more subs coming in for Maryland in the next stoppage. We'll tell you about them when they happen. Chip here for Nelson, keeping the play in as Abdou Tiam is the one wearing the captain's armband here for Maryland. Gabara. Gabara taking a bit of a shot here from two Clovers players. Pass comes through for Einskoff. Crossing pass from McLeod goes awry, and Boyle will fall on top of it.
And Max, that's what I'm talking about, really. I don't think a ball has been played across the box that Boyle hasn't recognized or picked up on or alerted his defense that, hey, guys, I got it. So shout out to Boyle today. He's had a remarkable game, even though he hasn't had too much action on the frame.
Boyle has played all of the contests in NISA for the Maryland Bobcats, as this pass goes straight to Zach Hargreaves. Boyle on the year has shut out two teams. Bobcats had the last touch, so they run it to the corner flag and keep it in play. Results in a turnover into the penalty area. Sharma's header goes awry, and it looks like maybe a handball here. No call coming. Stepanov had put the whistle closer to her mouth on that one, but opted to let play continue. Schneider pokes it back into the area. Offside flag is up, though. So Savannah's latest attempt to attack goes nowhere. As on comes the substitutes, Elijah Amo is coming off in favor of Alhagi Leite. And in the midfield, Tyler Gabara's day is done. Gavin Shields, the Irishman, will be coming in. Although I do still see Gabara out there. So maybe they'll be waiting to make that sub until another moment. Yep, Gabara is still out there. But Amo's day is done. 1 goal to open the day. In the 11th minute of action, got the game started. Hargreaves, keeping the ball on the ground, turns it over almost to Tiam. Back for Crichton. Clovers are having a hard time pushing the ball through the midfield. What else is new today is Wilkins back for his back line. Swinging around to Nelson. Nelson will chip it forward for Lundin. Lundin up against Sharma. Lundin waiting, and now support has come for Maryland. 10 yards away, Boyle with a nice save.
A near goal there for the Clovers, but again, Boyle is on it.
Alex Einskoff, the last shot. But that was probably the most dangerous shots that they've had all game. That was easily the most direct chance they've had on Boyle today.
I think that's the first one, Max, that Boyle's fumbled today, and he still recouped the ball.
Wilfred Tine couldn't run that through the touchline. A throw into Hargreaves. Nelson. Savannah playing a slow pace. If the scoreline holds, Maryland would move to a plus 12 goal differential and Savannah would drop to a minus 9. Einskoff chips it in. Lundin chest to foot. Oh, to over the bar.
Now, Max, like you mentioned, the Bobcats' goal differential is at 9 currently, and after this game, if things stay the way they are, it will be at 12. Currently 9 is atop all of the other teams, and they are tied with one other team in goal differential.
Yeah, Irvine Zeta in the West, and currently down on the field is Jacob Boyle getting a hamstring stretch on his right foot. Always a problem for a right-footed player to have anything seize up in that leg.
And this is interesting, Max. Did they bring somebody who can sub in at the goalkeeper position?
For Maryland, they have. Trevor Jackson is the backup keeper today. But Savannah did not.
It'll be interesting to see if Boyle just continues to go these full 90 minutes, even if they may not need to. This seems like a good time to get a backup keeper reps.
Now, depends on the severity of the injury, and it looks like Boyle's fine. We'll see how he does on this goal kick. He's kept the kicks short for most of today's game, so this is one of the few goal kicks that he's tried to go long with, and he looked fine delivering that one into the middle. Hodek won the ball off the head. Here comes Gabara. Finding Leite. Cutting it in. Taking away Hargreaves.
Ball was just about a foot two back, just not really timed perfectly on that run.
Gabara runs it out and too far into touch for Savannah. You really wonder how much longer Savannah can go playing a slow game. I know they're down 3, so if you want to try to tie this game, you really need one in the next few minutes. It is awfully hard to come back from 3-0 with 22 minutes to go in the second half. Hargreaves looking for something to open up and has to go back to De Leon. It's been that kind of game for Savannah. Wanting Nelson on the flank, and Nelson took Jacob Boyle down. Boyle comes up appealing for a foul, and he's not going to get one. Been a mostly quiet night for the Annapolis-born goalkeeper. This will put the ball on the floor, send it up into the night. Einskopf. Got it out of the outstretched leg of Tiam. De Leon. Seeking a connection, finds Nelson. 70th minute of action, Bobcats with a 3-0 lead. Clovers trying to punch their way through. They cannot do so. Gabara. Back heel from Hodek. Gabara again. Campbell lost control. Into the penalty area. Hargreaves outside. Lundin waiting for options to develop. Back heel into the box. Boyle another diving stop. The rebound is kicked out to the edge of the 18. Header from Sharma goes up, and Boyle watches this one sail wide.
Really interesting angled shot there. It was on the edge of the 18 and kind of off to the left flank, but it was a crack and it looked to be a cross, but it went on frame and Boyle was ready.
Boyle will set this one up on his left, trying to send as many people forward as possible. As the clock is the friend of the Maryland Bobcats. A 3-zip lead with 20 to go to defend it. Again, it would behoove Maryland to at least go for another. Never know when that goal differential tiebreaker might come into play or at what margin. A through pass here for Tine. Tine gets around to the player, has the man open. Tine through the legs and he scores! Wilfred Tine, how are you doing?
4-0 for the Bobcats here now, and you got to think this one's pretty much wraps. I can't imagine the Clovers really have much left in the tank in the 71st minute. And Tine, the sub from earlier in the match, finds himself on the stat sheet for today.
First goal of the season for the young player. Spent 2018 and 19 with Community College, Baltimore County, Essex. He was teammates with Tongwa Aka at Bridges Sports Club in the NPSL last season. Both of them signed with Maryland this season. And now Tine finds himself on the goal sheet today. And Aka had a good game in the back line until he was subbed out as well.
Yeah, definitely, Max. Aka really is a consistent player and just knows how to move the ball around back there and kind of lead the defense, especially with Luis Almeida out today.
Looks like we have a sub running in for Savannah. It's number 26, Sonny Quintanilla, coming in. As a 4-zip lead opened up for Savannah. Lundin put it down to himself, could not get back on the end of it. As I am corrected, it's 28, not 26 for Sonny. He's listed as 26 on my roster sheet, so pardon me for not having the correct number. Pass goes long. Savannah another chance to throw it in. Difficult pass here to Einskopf is cut off. Quintanilla can't win the header. Tine bounced off of a Clover, and this will be a throw for Maryland. Back for Sharma. Sharma spent last season with Club De Leon. He does have a YouTube channel where he vlogs about his life as a professional soccer player. There are some very interesting vlogs that he has about his time in New Zealand, his time in Germany. Highly recommend anybody to, if they want to see what life is like as a pro footballer, check it out. It's a fun YouTube channel to go down the rabbit hole on. Maryland, another deep offensive third throw as a sub coming in for Savannah. As De Leon was the one who came out for Sonny Quintanilla. And one more sub in for Savannah. This is their final one. Alex Woods coming in for Aaron Martinez, forward for midfield. So that's Savannah's bench for the day. They are done with subs. Crichton takes a quick goal kick to try to just get the ball back into play. Bobcats want to again thank their sponsors, the Bobcats Youth Academy, Brandon Financials, ROSM, Saints Row Brewing, Rehab to Perform, Hummel, and Helping Hands for making the 2024 Bobcats season possible. Sharma, deep ball. Quintanilla to defend. Tine cannot get it around him. Nelson, hunting now for Einskopf. Sonny Quintanilla's pass gets it around Gavin Shields. Lundeen chips it ahead, trying to get to the front foot of Alex Woods. And it's picked up, and Boyle will stop play.
What a heads-up play there from Travis Ward, heading that ball back to Boyle. They've just been on the same page all day, and shout out to the defense, holding a clean sheet as of yet.
Always important to keep that when you can. Turnover here deep in their own territory. Wilkins in for Einskopf. Einskopf cuts it across. Well defended, keeping the ball out of the goal. Wyvell chips it for Tine. Tine for Shields. Chests it down to himself, looking for Tiam, flying down the flank. Tine cutting to the middle, giving options open. Abdou Tiam cuts in, steps over the ball a few times, and corner kick as Savannah once again is incredulous about this one.
Yeah, I don't know, Max. I'm not going to give an opinion again, but it looked like Tiam was doing his scissors there, and it caught off his back foot and rolled out of bounds. But maybe the referee, obviously the referee saw something different there, but it's going to be another Bobcats corner.
Looks like the taker will be Andrew Wyvell.
His first of the day.
Well, now that you've taken out Espinal, who's your primary corner taker on the in-swinger balls. Left-footed pass goes in, and a header kept out of the goal. Crichton came out to punch, missed it. The header was going toward the line. Well defended, though. Looks like Einskopf was the one to get a piece of that. Foul called on Maryland.
Just a really, really hard fall there. You hope he's all right from a Savannah Clovers player. We can't tell the number here, but we'll get an update in a second. He looks like he's fine. He's hobbling off their left back for the Clovers today.
Einskopf. Heavy first touch, goes in, ends up being a pass. Boyle stops it. Nice dive. Jacob Boyle keeping a 0 on the board.
I swear, Max, you would think he's Elastigirl, the way he's stretching and getting these different saves. He's able to just be like Elastic, be like just stretching, and he has not given up a single goal today.
I love the reference because I love the movie. I just wasn't expecting it, so I'm laughing quietly behind my own headset.
But how about Jacob Boyle today?
And they'll call a foul on Maryland. Kosei Hase going to be the one whistled for it in the handlebars of the penalty box area. So now this is a really dangerous chance to get one for Savannah.
Love that. If we're calling the 18 like a big suitcase, this is inside the handlebars. I like that reference, Max. And I'm not sure. I believe this is a direct kick, but it is not going to be a penalty. That is for certain.
Yeah, it's just outside. For anyone new to soccer watching for the first time or maybe hasn't seen this, the handlebars on the penalty box is for players on a penalty kick. They have to stay that distance away from the kick taker or from the ball. That's not part of the penalty box, but it is a distance question for the person taking the kick. So it looks like Hargreaves standing over it. Short run up, kick. Boyle, another save, controls the rebound and keeps the 0 on his jersey on the board for the other team.
As we are just about to approach the 80th minute of this match. And Max, I don't imagine there's going to be much extra time minutes awarded.
I don't either. I mean, granted, it was just one goal for this half, so I doubt there's going to be much time awarded. Still, always going to be interesting to see how much longer the referees allow this game to go, and Andrew Kennedy is our fourth official in charge of timekeeping. Quick throw in taken into the 6-yard and escorted out of play. Well done, Kosei Hase, to box out your offensive player and escort the ball to the out-of-bounds area. For Maryland, their next contest is going to be this Saturday against Georgia, followed by 2 more games in the month, Club de Leon and then Georgia FC, both of those on the road. Deep pass goes nowhere in particular for Savannah. Yet another goal kick coming up for Boyle. Approaching now the final 10 minutes of action here. Boyle will line up a deep goal kick. Stadium lights in full effect here from Maureen Hendricks Field. Again, thank you so much for making us part of your Freedom Day celebrations on this Wednesday, Juneteenth. Looks like they'll call the foul on Maryland. Another free kick this half for Savannah, and a yellow card has been shown to Dominique Kosei-Hase. So Hargreaves will take it, sends everybody forward. As Savannah now, the only question for them is, can they get on the board? Chip toward the corner of the penalty area. Headed down and kicked all the way out. Shields, header down, poked away from Tiam. Back for Hodek. Hodek can't get it to Tine. Tine forces the turnover, and Crichton out to challenge. Gets the ball into the air. Nearly
timing on
5.
that. Absolutely, Max. The timing on that was
It had to be perfect.
just perfect, and if not, it would have been the 5th goal, and that would have been a disaster.
And 2 goals for a substitute coming on in the second half. Not a great look for David Proctor's squad if that happened. And Savannah has used all 3 of their roster goalkeepers this season. Crichton has been the only one to come here to Maryland to start games. But it has been a difficult run. Grayson Padone was the starter in the last contest for Savannah, and I got a feeling there's maybe a goaltending controversy within Georgia this week. Eight minutes and change left to go here in the second half. Maryland running out a 4-zip win, wanting to see if they can get to 5. Wyvell keeping the play back. Sharma. Finds Campbell. Middle of the field for Tine, back for Campbell. Wyvell for Sharma. He'll opt to go back for Boyle. Boyle's out of his penalty area, chased by Wilkins and Lundeen. Kosei-Hase cuts between the 2 defenders. Back for Sharma. And a mispass here by Gavin Shields gives away a throw-in. Quintanilla will send it in. Looking to get it ahead of Sharma. Cannot do so. Backed up well. Campbell plays it long. Tine, the most recent goal scorer for the Maryland Bobcats. One of 4 unique goal scorers today. Throw into the penalty area, goes the way of the Bobcats, and Tine pounds this one to the other side of the field. Chased down by Leite. Alhagi Leite playing well defense, but a foul is conceded. Savannah takes the kick quickly. Nelson. Chipped ahead, looking for Quintanilla, finds him. Quintanilla to the box. Header down in the field. Shot over the top of the ball, ends up in a weak roller. Savannah still threatening here with about 5 minutes and change to go. Nelson, long in. Lundin to his chest, Lundin to his foot. Taken down. Penalty kick awarded.
Yeah, and I think if I'm the Savannah Clovers, I'm thinking this one is long overdue. The first half, there were a couple mishaps that happened in the box, and there was no penalty kicks awarded. So this is the first one of the day for both teams.
It looks like it's going to be Zach Hargreaves to be the one to stand over it. He has 2 goals this season, both by the penalty kick for Savannah. It'll be against Jacob Boyle. We'll see if he can keep the clean sheet, or with 5 minutes to go, can Savannah get one on the board? A chance for a moment of personal pride here for Savannah. As Hargreaves steps back. Hargreaves steps up. Hargreaves slides it right by Boyle.
A well-taken penalty there from Hargreaves, and Boyle almost stretched out for that one too and actually made the save, but he knew where it was going, wasn't there in time. That'll be the first goal for the Clovers as they put the ball back in the center circle with just about 5 minutes left in regular time. And Max, I won't say anything's impossible, but this one seems a bit out of reach even after that penalty.
Well, nothing's impossible if you try hard enough and if you believe, except dividing by 0. That is impossible. I just made our producer put her head in her hands. I'm very proud of that joke. Anyway, ball has been off to restart. That is the Zara ball, the official soccer ball sponsor of NISA. As Quintanilla puts it back into play. Trying to see how much more of the deficit Savannah might be able to cut into. Never know how goal differential as a tiebreaker might shake out. That one goal that you didn't try hard enough for or went and got in a blowout game might become important toward the end of the season. Boyle, who on home has only conceded 1 goal from free play against Georgia FC in the last home game. Another foul here in the offensive third, and for Maryland, I understand you want to play hard to the whistle, but you are up by 3.
Yeah, you almost have to be a little conservative in these last couple minutes and make sure that you're not giving up kind of bad fouls or just stupid fouls around the box, around your own box at least. Giving up a foul on the other side of the field is not that much of a problem. Giving up a foul outside the 18 is a problem.
Hargreaves again will send it in. And this one poked over the bar by Boyle. What a stop.
A great save there from Boyle, and he was really active in making sure that recognizing that ball was on target, popping it just over the bar.
Corner now for Savannah. That's their first corner kick of the half. As Boyle called into duty again. This one just squeaks wide of the cross of the bar. Wide of the post.
Yeah, Max, and if I'm the Clovers, I'm kind of upset at everybody in general on the team because these opportunities are ones that you should have had in the first half. And it's way too late to turn it on now.
Abdou Tiam plays it down. Yeah, it's really late to turn it on when your goals are coming in the last 10 minutes of the game. If that's the case, you better only be down by 1 goal.
Exactly, and that's where you can't let these things get out of reach.
Sharma back for Boyle as the Bobcats trying to finish out the last 2 minutes of action here. It's been a frantic push by Savannah to get something as Tiam takes down Hargreaves, and that is yet another foul.
Yeah, the good thing about that foul is that it's in the midpoint of the field, and Tiam touched the ball after the foul was awarded again. And I'm telling you, Max, that 5-yard penalty would not be that bad of a punishment. And
again, I think it's a great idea. It's just probably going to be a nightmare to administer, and you'd also get the traditionalists unhappy, which,
absolutely.
You know, what else is new? Big shot. Boyle, another save, shot right to him.
I'd love to know the live statistics on Boyle's saves. We're going to have to get that number for you, but it's just so impressive what Boyle's done today.
according to the scoreboard operators, the Savannah Clovers have put 17 shots toward Jacob Boyle today, resulting in 14 saves. So some of those shots are wide, not exactly on frame, so the shots can be a little bit inflated from the goals, or from the saves, as we enter the final minute of regulation time.
How about that, though, Max? It just shows you that this game wasn't that out of reach for the Clovers. They had more shots than the Bobcats in the game.
2 minutes will be played for stoppage time at this 9:01 hour. Thank you again for joining us as part of your Juneteenth Freedom Day celebrations. I'm Max Walpuff, joined alongside by James Consoli. We've been with you all night, and we thank you again for making us part of your Wednesday. Bobcats playing out the last 10 seconds of normal time as a foul is given here to Maryland, and I think Maryland might be looking to milk this time for all it's worth. Indeed, they switch free kick takers to make sure that they take as much time as possible. Another throw for Maryland. Looking to get their 7th victory on the season and their 6th straight. And their 3rd straight over Savannah. Lundeen. Trying to get something back for Savannah. Make the margin of defeat a little bit more respectable. Einskopf. Into the middle, shot on. Boyle dives, doesn't touch it as it rolls away. Boyle will probably take as much time as he can on this goal kick as he sends his center backs forward. We're going to run out the last minutes of this stoppage time action.
Yeah, Max, can't imagine there's more than a minute left to remaining, maybe around 30 seconds. Could even be less than that.
Indeed, there are about 30 seconds left by just the pure 2-minute count. And then at that point, we're firmly in the discretion of our referee, Alice Stepanov. Foul on Savannah, and Maryland, as they move into the final third here, just get the ball to restart play, get out of here with 3 more points and a spot in first place. Bobcats playing keep away, but they are going to push forward here. Shields. In toward the 18. Starts in. Gavin Shields cuts it and scores! Aingo Bra. Way to go for the Irishman. His first of the year.
Yeah, how about that for Shields? This one, I mean, I think right at the kickoff it's going to be called over, but what a way to cap off the day. Get that 1 goal back that they scored on the penalty and notch 1 more on the board. Show the Clovers that the Bobcats were the more dominant team tonight, and make sure the score sheet shows that as well, Max.
From County Cork, Ireland, Gavin Shields gives Maryland the 4-goal lead right back. As this difficult road trip for Savannah continues, Maryland will come out with another 3-point win. Wow. And as the ball is touched after the roll, that is your final. 5-1. Maryland wins with a great 5-star effort across the lineup. 3 goals from starters and 2 goals from substitutes, and the only goal allowed via the penalty kick. What a win for Maryland here, another home win.
Yeah, absolutely, Max. I mean, there's really no other way to come back to home after pretty much 4 weeks away from Marine Hendricks Field and show the Clovers, who the Bobcats have seemingly really dominated this season in every contest, who's boss again. And they've done that again tonight. And we appreciate everybody who tuned in tonight. And we look forward to seeing you back here again for Georgia FC's game here at Marine Hendricks Field. First, the Bobcats.
And hey, James, if you know anything about that last game, that was exciting all the way to the end. So don't just tune in. Come in early and tune into the very end, because if last game was any indication, we're going to be here for a bit, and you never know when that last moment might come. And it came at literally the last gasp corner kick.
That's exactly right, Max.
So thank you so much for making us part of your Juneteenth celebration. For James Consoli and all our Maryland Bobcats staff and crew, including our cameraman Mo, providing the best views in NISA, I'm Ben Max Walpoff. Thank you again for making us part of your Wednesday. Have a great night, and we'll see you Saturday.